Hi, I'm Dr Chris McKee, and in this little segment, let's have a talk about parts or inner child work, or introduce it at least. Now, you may have heard of it, it's a bit of a buzzword these days. There's internal family systems, there's parts work, there's ego states, and they're all to some extent referring to a similar thing, and that is, as adults, we've all got a history, we've all come from a background where we've had to learn to create strategies to navigate situations. And often we had to learn those when we were young, when we had limited emotional intelligence, limited emotional capacity, and our cognition wasn't fully developed. And then what tends to happen is if we are triggered in our partner relationship or in other circumstances, but in our partner relationship, often we'll revert quite unconsciously back to some of the old ways of responding, the younger childlike ways of responding. We might be standing here looking like a fully grown adult, but our nervous system and our brain has been hijacked when we're triggered. And if we learned to adapt when we were a kid to, say, shutting down, withdrawing, avoiding, having a bit of a tantrum or escalating, often that can come up again when we're adults and we're activated. So in couples counselling, it can be really important to be able to work with what we call those younger parts or those inner child, and to be able to learn the difference between when the younger child might be up or when the fully grown adult is up. And some of the key ways to differentiate that is if you feel grounded, regulated, calm, present, able to stop, able to take accountability for what's being said, able to create a space for a really safe, emotionally safe environment to communicate, it's likely that you're in your adult self. And things like when we get judgmental, defensive, critical, belittling, we might go into silent treatment, we might hide or avoid or not want to address issues, name call, that kind of thing, then we're likely to be in a younger part of ourselves. And some of the key work in couples counselling is being able to learn to differentiate current age from the history and learning some skills to be able to come into current time so that you can stay really present in your partnership relationship.